Welcome, everybody, to today's session, Clearing Stuck Emotions. And today's focus is fear. I'm sure we all are aware of the emotions that we each experience, because as human beings, we are feeling beings. We do have feelings and emotions, and that's how we relate. But we have myriad of emotions. When these are pleasant emotions, they're all good. But when we experience emotions that are not so pleasant, for example, it could be fear, it could be anger, it could be disgust, it could be rage, it could be grief or sorrow, unhappiness. Those are the emotions that we have a hard time processing. And why? Because happy emotions or light emotions, they don't affect us that much because they're acceptable. People that are smiling, it's so easy. But when we see somebody that's crying or somebody that's angry, it kind of affects us. And so, if we grew up in an environment where if we cried and our parents or the caregivers were, sensitive enough and they said, "What happened?" They tried to figure out, they tried to console us. It was easy for us to cry and express ourselves. Or if we were angry and the, caregivers or adults around us, they were, considerate, and they, got down to our level and asked us, "What happened? Why are you angry?" Rather than reacting with anger, saying, "Hey, you're being rude to, adults. You need to tone down your volume. You need to be respectful," and or stop throwing a tantrum, or, there were consequences if we behaved in a certain way. Then what happens? We shut down. We don't express either our anger or the grief, fear. We stop expressing and we start holding on to that because we know it is not acceptable by the adults around or the peers around or the authority figures around. And we start bottling these feelings. When we start doing that, after a point, it starts to manifest as physical symptoms, or it starts creating confusion in our mind. So these emotions are nothing but energy in motion. It is a kind of energy that comes up to give us a message. But if that message is not received, then that energy is blocked because it hasn't gotten the movement that it wanted. And that blocked energy has to find a way to hide. And wherever it finds a space, whether it's in our physical body, whether it's in our mental, emotional, or etheric or spiritual body, it is going to find a spot and get settled over there. Over the period of time, when a lot more of energy is accumulated, we start to see these symptoms, whether it turns into an illness, it turns into a disease. We start to feel depressed. We have other kind of fears or paranoia. And a lot of times, the doctor, we go to the doctor, but they don't have a cure because they can only give a pill for your physical body. But the root cause of it is energetic. They can't treat the energy body. So then it looks like, oh, we've done everything, but nothing is working. However, when we come to energy work just targets the source of the discomfort or the illness, because everything in the universe is energy. It starts with energy. All the atoms, even a physical body, when these atoms or molecules, they are really far and, spread wide, it's almost like air or the gaseous state. When it's a little more condensed, it is like water. It is in a liquid state. Or you can say the clouds, they form clouds because it's a little more cohesive. But when it is very, very tightly packed, these molecules and atoms, they become solidified. For example, ice. Ice is what? It's water molecules very tightly bound. Same like that, our body is energy body, which is densely, compacted. And so we see the physical, we can touch, feel. And so, since everything is energy, when we cater to that, whatever the discomfort or disease is through energy methods, it is so much easier to go to the root cause and dissolve it. So today's topic being fear, I'm sure all of us have some fear or the other. Some of us are afraid of the dark. Some of us have a fear of authority. Some of us have a fear of losing job. We have fear of poverty. We have fear of germs. We have a lot of fear because a lot of times what we see, what we experience as little kids, we may not have the memory, but our bodies have super intelligence. They have a memory. The bodies have a memory. And if when we were little or in a different lifetime even, if we met with a tragedy, if we met with something that was that brought up fear in us, the bodies remember and they store in our body. So if we can just allow the source energy, because if you think about it, there's a life force that flows through us. Till we breathe, till we can breathe, till that life force, is in us, we are alive. The moment that life force or the soul or the spirit leaves our body, that's the end. So that life force, that spirit is sustained by the life force. And today we are going to just utilize the life force to just wash away the emotion of fear. So without further ado, I want you guys to just take a nice deep breath in while I take you through the process of clearing out fear. So take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to close your eyes. And with a beautiful smile on your face, settle in your heart space. As you settle in your heart space, I want you to take your attention. Firstly, invite your attention back to yourself and tell yourself for a few minutes, I'm just going to focus on myself. And keep breathing normally, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And now I want you to take your attention to the top of your head. And we're going to do a quick scan, like a wash. But this is like awareness wash. We just become aware of all the parts, the head, the scalp, the forehead, face, ears, jaws, throat, neck, shoulders and arms, chest, abdomen, upper back, lower back, the thighs, knees, lower legs, feet. And as this awareness travels down, I want you to just tell yourself, peace, peace, peace. And see this beautiful white light coming from above and just bathing your entire being with peace. And now that you have become aware of your entire body, I want you to go to a spot in your body where your attention is being called to when you hear the word fear. Think of something that you're afraid of. What is it that keeps you awake at night? What is it that makes you not want to eat? When we were small, probably it was the examinations or the tests. What is it that is scary for you? And as you think about that, what part of the body starts to feel sensation? Because there's definitely a part of our body that has stored that fear, the memory of the fear. And at this point, if you don't feel anything, don't worry, because your body knows. And as my words go into your ears, go into your body will be able to do what it needs to do with my instructions. So just be in allowance, be relaxed, and allow that body part that has stored the emotion to receive this energy. I'm going to be quiet for 1 minute as I run the energy to release the fear. You might feel warmth, you might feel cold, tingly, shivery, or nothing at all. Just be aware. Inviting divine guidance, life force energy to flow through each of you and go to that part of the body which is storing this fear, the source of this fear, whether it is in this lifetime or any other lifetime, any other time, dimension, space, and realities. Releasing fear. Feel the energy flowing through you. It's entering the top of your head, swirling around inside you and around you, and going to the exact spot. For some of you, it could be the throat, because sometimes when we get scared, we can't talk. We stammer. We feel as if we are being choked. And that's the area that you're storing fear in. Allow this energy to dissolve that fear and open your throat chakra. If it's your heart, some of us carry fear in our heart or lungs. Allow this beautiful energy to come into your heart and wash away, dissolve any and all fear from your heart and your lungs and your chest, and replace it. Transmute that fear energy into pure love, filling your heart and your lungs and your chest with divine love. For some of us, it's the abdomen. We get cramps, or we get discomfort in our tummy when we get scared. So I want you to allow this energy to go into your abdomen and soothe all the organs. And wherever we are storing fear, a lot of our intestinal or the abdomen issues stem from fear. So allow this beautiful divine light to flush out all the fear, clear and transmute all the fear, and replace it with this beautiful golden loving healing light. Allow the light to travel to your groin, your thighs, your legs, just bathing them, washing every nook and cranny, and filling it with such beautiful golden light and dissolving all the fear that might be stored in your feet, in your legs. And legs are predominantly an expression or a symbol of moving forward, of movement. If you feel stuck, just know that it's fear sitting in these parts of the body, which is not allowing you to move forward. So let's allow ourselves to let go of that fear in whichever part of the body it is contained. From the top of our head all the way to the tips of our toes. Allow your arms to release fear too. Arms, hands and fingertips. And this beautiful golden light is flooding your being. And there's no place for fear anymore. Feel that peace that you're experiencing in this moment. Allow your body to soak it up. And now imagine roots growing from underneath your feet all the way to the center of Mother Earth. And in the center, the roots are going and just connecting. And all of the surplus energy that that got created in the process of releasing or receiving the divine energy, allow it all to go down into Mother Earth so that we can be centered, we can be calm and grounded. And now Mother Earth is sending her beautiful light, her beautiful energy back to us through those roots, filling us up and letting us know that she is supporting us in everything that we do. Beautiful. With another breath, breathing in and breathing out, I want you to start becoming aware of your physical body now. Think of your toes and your fingers. You may wriggle them. And with a beautiful smile on your lips, I want you to start becoming aware more and more of your physical body. And come back to yourself. You may open your eyes. Slowly take your time.